Well, hello there. I'm going to prep my face with this prep cream, which can be used as a pre-shave, and I'll be back directly. Well, I have prepped my face with this. It's pretty much absorbed by now. I need to get some more because I'm running out of the prep cream there from Italy, I believe it is. And, let's see here. My razor is going to be this Ming Shi adjustable razor, and I haven't really adjusted it yet. Let me see what I'm going to do today. I'll start out, I don't know if you'll be able to see this, it's a 4.5 setting on there. It should be at a dot with a 3 on one side, 4 on the other. That might be 3.5. Nope, it's a 5 on one side, 4 on the other. So that's where I wanted it, 4.5, okay? And let's see, my brush is going to be this. It's a no-name brush I got off eBay. I guess it's an old one. I think the bottom of the handle's lucite. And the only information on it is that it was made in Israel. And then it has a number, perhaps a serial number on it. I popped out of the room for a second to get this box. I'm using the cheap Hagen Glycerin soap, inexpensive anyway. A lot of people may not like it because it's more considered a starter soap, and you used to be able to buy this at Walmart, and I think it may still be available at certain Walmarts and other big box stores, supermarkets, drugstores, and so on here in the States. Hagen. This is the glycerin type, which I've always preferred, although their regular soap is good too. I lathered that in this pretty little scuttle, which I believe I got off Etsy, and I've seen other ones exactly like this with the same pattern. So these were mass-made, well, they were manufactured, mass-produced, mass-produced. So, excuse me, let me kind of run a little water here and wet the tips of this just a little bit more. There in the sink, and I'm going to try to get a lather started. I hope you're all doing well out there. Incidentally, another thing I forgot to tell you, in the razor, on its second use, will be a laser super platinum blade right there. So, okay, I'll try to get a lather going here. Need a little bit more water. Pretty dry, it seems like to me, pasty. Okay, let's see if that's any better. Haven't used this soap in a minute. This is a boar brush, by the way, which I think was inexpensive in its day, but it seems pretty versatile, pretty serviceable. I'm not sure if it was ever used before I got it, but it didn't come in any kind of packaging. Okay, there's that. Now, I'll wet this razor, knockoff, obviously, of a Merkur Future razor. I think Merkur didn't renew the patent on their Future, so you started getting these Chinese copies, and this was only a $4 razor on Wish, but I've shaved with it once before and it wasn't too bad. Let me wet it. And here we go, pass number 1 with the grain. And I thought these laser blades were maybe better than they are, but let's see how it goes on this shave. On the first shave with this, I wasn't impressed with it, but since that's the blade that's in the razor, that's the blade I'm going to use today. I thought I had read a long time ago about somebody swearing by these blades, so I got a couple of different varieties of the laser blades, and I thought I would give them a shot anyway. And incidentally, another thing about this razor is when I first got it, well, I said this in a previous video where I showed the razor but didn't shave with it, or shave with anything in that video. I had to kind of twist the handle a little bit to get past something. I don't know. I had to force it just a little bit to get it to twist through the whole range of adjustments, but it works fine now. It seems to, anyway. Oh, I don't need to rinse the razor yet because I have another side here. Yes, that's why they call it double-edged shaving, I guess. And, oh, what else was I going to say? Haha. This isn't too bad so far. Let me go ahead and rinse the razor. Some people might find this an odd or uninteresting shave, but part of it, about half of it, is very bare bones, inexpensive, and a couple of things, 2 or 3 things I had to buy while they were imported, so they cost a little bit more. I think a couple of these things in their respective countries from which they hail are fairly inexpensive in Italy and elsewhere. For a second I thought I had a little weeper already, but I don't think so. I hope not. Oh, I know what I was going to say, about a day's worth of growth, a little bit over a day's worth of growth. Almost a day and a half. And you can really hear that audio feedback, at least I can. Okay, let's see, rinse time again. Not a bad razor for $4. It's just that it took a long time to get here. As my friend Dave would jokingly say, it was on a slow boat from China. Perhaps literally. But, now this came with some blades, some Ming Shi labeled Chinese blades, but I'm using obviously a different blade today. And I guess maybe at some point I will try one of those Chinese Ming Shi blades in here. I've got some other blades from China and from a discount store that turned out to be alright. Daxton labeled blades from Family Dollar here in the United States. I keep saying here in the United States because I know I have some friends who watch from other countries. According to my statistics, or whatever you call that, I don't have a lot of people that watch from overseas, but I do feel like I should explain certain things to those who do. And wow, I got, it doesn't hurt, but I have irritation, which might be left over from yesterday. I kind of did too much, a little too much shaving yesterday, but I'll come right back and then we'll go across the grain. Okay, it's time for that second pass, which will be across the grain here. Here we go. Oop. I may have to put some alum on my fingertips. Kind of a somewhat, not a terribly slick handle, but no knurling on it. Still hearing quite a bit of audio feedback. Okay, we'll go over here to this side now. Get it away, get the lather away from the ears a little bit and start sliding across here. all kinds of different techniques you can use when you shave, obviously. And in these videos, it's always better for me to just kind of be myself to the extent that I can on camera. And for this pass, I kept the razor on the same 4.5 setting. So I'm just continuing with that. I think I might have used a 5 setting last time and gone down. Maybe a half setting at a time for each pass. Okay. All right. Razor's rinsing pretty good, pretty clean. The only time I had to really hold it under the tap for quite a while was between the first and second passes here, when I was off camera, right before I lathered off camera, just to make it helps make the video shorter when I lather off camera between passes. And I don't know if it did any good. I probably should have left well enough alone, but I did go back to the puck just a little bit. I don't know if that was necessary or not, and it didn't seem to make this lather really any better. And I only went back to the puck just for a few little spins of the brush. It may not have been necessary. For a cheap, old, no-name boar brush, and an inexpensive, more of a starter soap in a lot of people's eyes. Not too bad, all things considered. So maybe I'm easy to please sometimes. Maybe easier than I should be to please. I try, be careful. I might have got myself. I try to tell it like it is with these products. A lot of people say this soap doesn't have a lot of slickness, but I guess it's got what I need right now. And the stubble is coming off. That's good. I'm trying not to I know I have been a little bit, but I have a tendency to shave the same spots over and over, so it's probably no wonder I get irritation. But I feel fine. Feels all right. Doesn't sting or anything, at least not yet. Okay, and some of this is left over from yesterday. I'm going to be right back, and then we'll do that third pass against the grain. I think that sometimes I may overshave because I like the hobby so much, and when I'm having a shave, even a bad shave, quote unquote, relative to other shaves, I like the hobby so much and the me time that I kind of don't want the shaving to end, if that makes sense. Okay, I'll start on my neck here, going against the grain. I may do something I've seen Paul H. do, and probably other shavers too, but I noticed Paul, he won't rinse the razor here or necessarily flip it over. He'll just go on up his face like this, I think. And he gets his shave done quick enough that he can relather right on camera and do prep, face prep and everything right on camera. Now I will flip this over and I'll go over here. I'll do my neck, and this time I'll just go up and do the face there too. In fact, I'll just do kind of a big upward stroke there. I'll go ahead, Here I won't. Here I think I got a little bit of blood on there. I got a weeper somewhere. I don't know if you don't need to see that, but trust me, it's there. I'll go ahead and rinse off camera. That went pretty quick, that rinse. I could have done that just on camera because it didn't take that long, but what the heck. Like I said, it was between the first and second pass. It seemed like I was doing something wrong, had a lot of gunk or something in here. I was having trouble rinsing it, but this razor is new to me. There are, in case you are new to this hobby or didn't know, there are other brands of this kind of Mercure Future clone. There's at least one. I think it's called Q Shave. Now I'll go ahead and flip this over and go against the grain above my lip and hope for the best. I'm going to be kind of careful. I'm going to shut up a minute while I do this. Now that's not going to be BBS above the lip, but it should be close enough. And I'm going to rinse the razor and we'll come back and it'll be pickup time, ladies and gentlemen. Okay, the crazy, amazing magic clock says it's pickup time, ladies and gentlemen. It's time for pickups or touch-ups, whichever you prefer. Here we go. Just a few touch-ups on the neck. I was going to try to go easier, but I'd like to get these trouble spots here. But maybe I shouldn't chase BBS because sometimes that's where the trouble starts. Too much irritation. The only thing I'm really maybe not caring for in this shave is the blade. Seems a little rough. I don't know if I'd call it tuggy. It seems rough. Not terrible. I can work with it. But I wouldn't give these blades above a grade of C. And that might be a little generous. Okay, well, you know what? That's it. That's all I'm going to do. I'm going to wash my face, wash the razor, rinse, I mean. Rinse my face, my razor, the brush, anything else that needs rinsing, I guess. And I'll be right back with our good friend, Mr. Towel. Here's our good friend, Mr. Towel, everybody. Yay. Oh, feels nice. Yeah, it does. Feels good. Good end to a shave that could have been a lot worse. And, well, we're not finished yet, but I am going to do a brief recap of what we've used so far, and then I'll put the finishing touches on the shave here. Okay, we'll put Mr. Towel back where he goes. And then I'll begin, I'll begin that recap as promised. Well, off camera, I prep my face with the prep cream, which can be used as a pre-shave and probably even a post-shave balm. It's a very versatile cream. And my razor has been this Ming Shi adjustable razor. And throughout, I've had it on the 4.5 setting. I don't know if you'll be able to see that, but that's what it's been on. And my brush was this no-name, I think it's a new old stock or barely used no-name boar brush that I got off of eBay. I believe this is an old-fashioned lucite bottom of the handle here, regular old plastic there. And the only information it gives is there's a sticker on the bottom that says it was made in Israel with some numbering. So I believe that's some numbering, yeah. Okay, now also my soap was this Hagen Glycerin shave soap, which used to be only a couple of bucks or $2.50 in the grocery store. You can get it on eBay, elsewhere online. There might be some postage involved. And let's see. Oh, my blade in the razor, hi there, was this laser super platinum on its second use. All right. And now, I think I recapped everything. So I'm going to put on, since I'm using some inexpensive soap and an inexpensive razor, I'm going to use some of this inexpensive Walmart store brand Equate witch hazel. So we'll do that. How am I doing on time? Not too bad. Okay. Yeah, there's some sting, but that's okay. Because this witch hazel isn't astringent, meaning that it has 14% by volume alcohol added to it. And yeah, my face is going to get even a little bit redder, but that's okay. I don't mind. I'm not going anywhere special, or I'm not going to see anyone special, but it's okay. Yesterday, I know I overshaved and overdid it, and I've also been out in the sun a little bit, so my face might be red or blotchy or whatever. It's okay for me. Now, moving over here, I got this recently, and it did have to be imported, so it cost me a little bit more, but some of the Floid, this is, I believe, their regular aftershave. I already had the Mentolado Suave, which I think means suave menthol, and in Spanish. I think this comes from Spain, but I got the regular here, which I wasn't sure there was a regular, but it just has the name on it and no annotation about it being a special one or a different variety. So put a little way up behind the ears, temples, back of the neck, some on the wrists. And if there's any left over, I might actually put some on my face. Oh, that's good. Now I'm getting to that part of the shave where it's like, it's a good feeling sting, just a mild, and you know it's doing its job, the aftershave. So there's that again, the Floid, regular Floid. And finally, something also that came at a bit of a premium because it has to be imported, and it took me a while to find a vendor online that had it, but the Loreal Men Expert, and this is the Hydra Energetic aftershave, well, it's a balsamo, an aftershave balm, I believe. Well, I know that's what it is. I'll shake it up a little bit, and then, oh, there we go. It's more than enough. A little bit there. It's probably way more than enough. Good stuff. Very nice. These things all seem to go together well enough. They're not intended to go together. That is to say, they're not even made by the same companies. But to my schnozola, my olfactory factory, they all seem to go together well enough. And that's about it, folks. I'm going to take off, bomb out of here, but come on back next time, hopefully next week at the same time, same bat channel. We'll do this again, I hope. Peace.